Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your mid-October $20,000 reading. 2022. Reading. This is for you if you have Aquarius anywhere in your chart. Or if you know an Aquarius and you want to do some spying. And this is a timeless reading, but maybe it would be more appropriate for you to listen to it now as you are listening to it. So I did a pre-shuffle. Well, I was just shuffling the cards and these came out in this sequence. So what came out first was the Justice and the Hierophant. So Justice, we have Lady Justice here, who actually isn't blindfolded, which is good. So maybe there's something here to do with seeing justice or being shown justice. Maybe you're going to be shown justice. We have the Hierophant, so this is to do with traditional ways of approaching things. So maybe you will see some justice with regard to some traditions relating to a relationship. Maybe a relationship that was somewhat traditional, or maybe should have been traditional, or could have been traditional. That she looks very stern, this Hierophant. She looks like she's obviously the Hierophant imparts wisdom to us. We have the two monks listening, the keys there crossed beneath the feet of the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is imparting the keys of the knowledge, of the wisdom, of the ages, of the traditions, the established traditions. And they're very similar, these. Look at how similar these cards are. There's two, they're each a woman in authority, divine feminine, in authority in this situation. Is this I suppose the Hierophant's a man, but it really looks like a woman. This looks like a divine feminine to me, giving some kind of hand symbol indicating that she is receiving information from the divine and imparting it in a structured way, and that these people are receiving it in a structured way. So maybe this is something about the structure of justice, or the structure of a relationship that requires justice. Something like that. I think you're getting justice as regards to a previous commitment, or a commitment. It could be a current commitment, I suppose, but from the other cards that are coming out, I'm not sure if it was a current commitment. So next we had come out energies of somebody else who's not you, unless you're a Queen of Cups in reverse. Are you a Queen of Cups in reverse, Aquarius? I don't think you are. A Queen of Cups in reverse is someone who is quite selfish, quite self-obsessed, quite, did I say selfish? Yeah. Look, she's coveting her own cup. She's like so enamored with her own cup, in the reverse we're talking about here. Withdrawn from the world, possibly drowning in emotions, or not balanced, certainly in her emotions. So you're dealing with someone, or you had dealt with someone who maybe was not giving with her emotions. You know, maybe she didn't have a very nice cup to give. Upside down, of course, the cup is upside down, so all of the water would have been poured out of that cup, assumedly. There's a cap on the cup, so maybe you were dealing with someone who liked to keep their emotions very much in check, under control. But again, with a lower vibrational form of the Queen of Cups, you may have a tendency, this person, male or female, not gender specific, may have a tendency to, after they've kind of put a lid on their emotions, we know what happens in a pressure cooker. If you put the lid on and you don't release the pressure, that cooker will explode. So maybe this is a person who's prone to emotional outbursts. Were you dealing with someone like that, Aquarius? This person is now trapped in their head. Shall we find out why they're trapped in their head? Why not? Let's find out why they're trapped in their head, seeing as we're going through this. I know I haven't clarified justice and the Hierophant, but I will in a minute. Why is this person trapped in their head? Please, Spirit. 6 of Pentacles. Okay, what else, please? Can we have some more information about why this person is trapped in their head? And what are they trapped in their head about? They are trapped in their head about the Lovers and the Hermit. They are trapped in their head about the fact that they are now having to be in a hermit situation. They're gaining insight about a love relationship. Maybe this was a love relationship with you. I think it was. And if not, maybe this isn't your reading. So we have the 6 of Pentacles. This one lady is getting all the milk. This other lady is getting none of it. This 6 of Pentacles seems to suggest some imbalance in giving. So was this person very imbalanced in giving? Well, the Queen of Cups was in reverse, so yes, they probably were. With the Hermit, are they realizing this now? With the Lovers in the upright, are they realizing that you were a soulmate, divine connection, and now they're having to sit by themselves and realize what all of this that they've created? Quite possibly. And the result is trapped in their head, feeling trapped, feeling far away from home, feeling abandoned, feeling like they can't get out, feeling like all the thoughts and all the anxiety are all caving in on them. And the 10 of Swords gives us a confirmation of that. This lovely looking lady is being stabbed in the head by lots of different people and lots of different needles. So, is this person having issues and difficulties with other people because they tend to be a Queen of Cups in reverse and they're trapped in their head and anxious about stuff and they're always thinking about a past relationship which probably doesn't exist anymore because you've got the Hermit, because they have the Hermit here, so they're obviously sitting in their own, stewing in their own misery, I'm hearing. 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. Wanting to come out of the cold, feeling stabbed, feeling out in the cold. What's going on here? Oh, look, it's the 9 of Swords. 9 of Swords in the reverse, no less. So, yeah, I think they're having some quite sleepless nights about feeling left out in the cold. Have you blocked this person? Are you not speaking to this person anymore, Aquarius? Did you do Aquarius cut-off game and take their 4 of Wands away from them, their happy, stable family life? They've not got a happy, stable family life. They're feeling left out in the cold from a happy, stable family life, unsurprisingly, because the Queen of Cups in the reverse cannot create a stable family life. Can they? No, because they're too selfish and they're too self-absorbed and they don't realize that anybody else exists. What else do you have to say about the Lovers and the Hermit, if anything? Oh, Knight of Wands, there we go. There they are, Knight of Wands. Oh. On their horse, with their wand of passion and desire, riding in, only to ride out, of course, very shortly afterwards. But, you know, at least they're riding somewhere, right? At least they're moving. At least they're still trotting along. And where are they trotting along to? The 9 of Pentacles, which, of course, is you, Aquarius, isn't it? You're independent, you're free-spirited, you don't need anyone, especially someone who's going to ride in and then ride off again, and then try and ride back, and then try and ride off again, because they don't have the love to give, do they? What else can we find out about this person's personality, as if we need to know any more? The Sun in the reverse. No freedom, no happiness, no joy in this person's life. Do they steal other people's light so that other people don't feel any joy when they're around them? There always seems to be a vacuous, dark energy surrounding this person. Why is that? Because they're very self-satisfied with the Nine of Cups. They think they're getting everything they want, but actually all they're getting is a bunch of materialistic crap. Oh, it's the world. The end of them getting what they want. The end of them maybe feeling self-satisfied and probably drinking too much as well. Or is it the end of them thinking that they're going to get... Why is that there, actually? Well, the Sun was in the reverse. So with a lack of clarity and lack of freedom, is this person kind of... I think this person is definitely drinking too much, being quite obstinate about what they think is good and what they think is not good. But they have the world, which is the ending of something, the end of the process where they come in and they try and charm you and try and probably get your stuff. The end. Do we have anything else to say about the world? Anything else to say about the world? The Hanged Man and the Seven of Wands. And the world upside down and the moon upside down. They're getting a new perspective on everything. They've been put in a little time out because you probably put them in a little time out. They feel like they're fighting against all of the odds. They're fighting the ending of something. And the moon is in the reverse, which is a dark place to be. The unconscious desires rising up to the surface. You see the tentacles of the octopus. Although that's in the upright, really. The moon in the reverse, with the world in the reverse. So what's not ending is the attempt to hide one's darkness. And that's what I'm getting from this, the attempt to hide one's darkness, turning the moon upside down to try and push it down and avoid the feelings that arise. So that's not ending for this person. So they're still stuck in their very small world. See, there's two worlds here. Small world or big world? I think this person is still stuck in a very small world, which only involves themselves. Always feeling like they're having to defend themselves because they're the Queen of Cups in the reverse. And so, because of all of this process, for you at least, has finished. Okay. That seems to make sense, doesn't it? In the past, we had the Queen of Pentacles and the Three of Swords in the reverse. So you were wanting to be very abundant. You are and have been a giving person, an abundant person, a loving person, a stable person emotionally. And I think you were choosing to be this over... You had to kind of not make a choice, but you had to kind of maybe, in order to be the Queen of Pentacles, you had to kind of turn the Three of Swords upside down. So let go of the heartbreak. And once you let go of the heartbreak, you realize that you could actually be very abundant as a person. That's just naturally who you are. So what is this about here? Oh, okay, we have the Nine of Pentacles again, which is you, your underlying independent energy. Queen of Pentacles is very independent, very creative as well. Tapping into your own creative reserves, your own creative capacities. But I think maybe the Three of Swords was probably holding you back, feeling heartbroken. You know, you maybe felt heartbroken for a long time. But you did overcome it, and now you do have this very strong Nine of Pentacles energy, because we saw it over here as well, didn't we? Where the Knight of Wands was trying to ride in, with the Queen of Cups turned upside down, which isn't any good for anyone. And so now we have the Two of Swords in the reverse, which is feeling like you didn't really have a good option, like none of the options were very good, and certainly as well feeling like there was a loss of strength, that you weren't able to tame the beast, and maybe the beast within was your kind of desire for this person, or your kind of the lower nature. Maybe you were sexually attracted to this person, or maybe they would always get you with the Knight of Wands charm. You'd always allow yourself to be charmed. And also what I'm getting from this is that, finally, eventually you decided that, and you saw, you took the blindfold off, and you became aware that this person produced a lack of strength in you, a weakness, possibly fear, anxiety. And out of all of this came the magician, came your ability to manifest what it is that you want, which was, of course, very much aligned with the Queen of Pentacles, possibly more in the material realm as well, or at least very much so in the material realm. You wanted to get all of your ducks in a row after all of this chaos, conflict, and all of the stuff that didn't quite work out before. And lo and behold, what we have coming in from the external environment is the Four of Wands. So can we see something else about the Four of Wands, or should we look at the Justice and the Hierophant first? Should we look at the Justice? What is the Justice trying to tell us, please? We have Temperance in the reverse, we have the Two of Wands in the reverse, and we have the Ace of Wands. Okay, can we have some more information about this and how it relates to the Justice? Ten of Wands, Eight of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles. Okay. So I think this was a very difficult situation. So maybe the reason that you are demanding, or you have demanded, or you are receiving justice is that you were in a very imbalanced state. This situation, to a degree, disconnected you from your purpose, or not disconnected, but possibly caused delays, caused great difficulty in you finding your balance and finding your purpose. You felt like you had too much to bear, like you were bearing the situation on behalf of everybody involved. And so you made a choice. You decided to no longer wait for this person to come around. You decided to walk away with the Eight of Cups. You decided to go home, away from this cold environment which wasn't giving you anything that you need, despite the fact that you'd tried your best and given all you could in terms of your love. And you've chosen to make a new start with the Ace of Wands. Go after what it was that you wanted. Maybe that is, maybe you had to learn something new, or maybe you had to really think about and study, and maybe get your journal out and think about what it was that you wanted, or maybe this is something that you do need to do. And then the Six of Pentacles, maybe realizing that you wanted equal give and take, or maybe this is the divine here giving you the Ace of Wands, giving you what you need and what you want, because you were strong enough, even though you didn't feel strong with the Strength in the reverse, and you had to carry all of these burdens. You were strong enough to actually turn your back on a situation which wasn't satisfying you, to get off the fence with the Two of Wands, and to really start to move towards the things that you desired. And you are being blessed as a result of that. So what does all of this have to do with justice? Maybe it will become clearer when we find out what the Hierophant is doing here. What is the Hierophant doing here? What is the Hierophant doing here, please? Anything else? Okie dokie, here we go. So, Ten of Wands again. The relationship was very difficult to carry. You had to carry everything on your back. It was very difficult to move on from. The Six of Swords. Very difficult to ever get to calmer waters with this person, this Queen of Swords In the reverse, someone quite cold, possibly calculating, someone quite distant, someone quite reserved and removed, someone not able to gain a decent perspective on things, someone potentially quite small-minded. So why did you find it so difficult to move away from this person? Because you believed that if you worked on things, the Eight of Pentacles, if you worked your arse off, that you would receive your equal fair share from this person. But I think you didn't, because this person exists in an upside down state, the Hanged Man. At least they've been turned upside down, possibly by spirit or by their environment now. They've been forced to see that they have actually been operating from an upside down, lower vibrational perspective with no clarity, no appreciation of the abundance that life has to offer, and therefore no ability to work on things. Certainly no ability to create an Ace of Pentacles. This is now what is coming for you. This is your new commitment, which you will be willing to work on, which you will be very happy to work on, because it is your manifested desire, and it sits on the foundation of you being able to be independent. And as we know, if we are able to be independent in and of ourselves, then having relationships with others is, of course, much easier. So I think possibly what we are seeing here is that it's justice for this person to feel that they have lost, that they are constantly fighting, that they are trapped in their head, that they are anxious, and having potentially, fallouts or arguments, or feeling attacked by others, feeling left out in the cold. That is their justice, and not having a stable, happy family life, and having to experience the ending of the relationship with you is their justice. And your justice is, after going through all of these hardships, to have some gifts being offered to you by the divine, because you've chosen the right path, you've chosen the honorable path, the path of working on yourself, of working on the things that matter to you, on creating something beautiful for yourself and potentially for others. So this is very much sort of personal freedom and personal independence reading, I think. Let us see what the Starseed Oracle has to say. We have fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposites, extremes of life. And what does it say? Fall into my arms. The Great Mother ushered you in when you took your first breath, and she'll be there when you draw your last. She knows how challenging life can be, that being human can be lonely and confusing, that the polarity and separation can be excruciating when your soul remembers the oneness of Source, but at the same time it can be incredibly glorious and sweet. So often we see things as either good or bad. When things go well, we make it mean that we're being rewarded, and when things are bad, then perhaps we've done something wrong. However, we're all here to expand and grow, and it's through the extremes of life that we do exactly that. You're being invited to welcome the highs and lows of the human experience, to let them initiate you more fully into life. The agony and the ecstasy, the beauty and the bitterness. This life is but a single breath in the inextinguishable existence of your experience as a soul. The Great Mother wants you to hand over your loneliness, worries, hurt, sorrow, fears, burdens, and doubts, to lay them on her altar, to fall fully into her arms, to remember that while these extremes are difficult, they can also be magnificent. The more wildly the pendulum of your life swings, the more truthfully you can say, I've truly lived. That's very Aquarian, isn't it, really? I think we Aquarians, I'm an Aquarius. I think we like to experience the wild swinging of the pendulum of life. And I think this reading quite adequately represents that. So I hope you enjoyed this, Aquarius. And please come back later on. to see if there's another reading for you. Bye!